Hey everyone, Benz95 here, and I'm back with a new video. And this is part 2 of my CD collection. And I'm going to be showing you the rest of the letter P all the way to the letter W. So like I said in my last video, I'm not going to ramble on too much. I'm just going to say maybe a couple of things, and that's it. So without further ado, let's continue the series. So for the first pile, we're going to start off with the Police Greatest Hits. Best of the Posies, Dream All Day. And the Posies are a power pop band, and two members would go on to join Big Star in the 90s. And here is one of my favorite bands, Radiohead, and this is The Bends, which is, you know, one of my all-time favorite albums. Kid A. OK Computer. In Rainbows, another one of my favorite albums by them. The King of Limbs. Here's another one of my favorite bands, REM. Best of the IRS years 1982 to 1987, and I Feel Fine. The Best of REM in Time 1988 to 2003. This is all their material from Warner Brothers, so all of their hits from when they were signed to Warner Brothers. REM live at the Olympia in Dublin. A 3-disc live album. Accelerate. And their final album, Collapse Into Now. Next pile. My all-time favorite band, Rush. And this is my all-time favorite album by them, Hemispheres. In my opinion, one of the most underrated progressive rock albums, and just one of the most underrated rock albums in general. Yeah, so it's great stuff. Another really good Rush album here, Permanent Waves. Presto, and this is the one that features the song Superconductor, which was the song that got me into Rush about 5 years ago. So I've been a Rush fan that long. Roll the Bones. Counterparts. Here's another favorite of mine, Test for Echo. It's got some really good songs on here. Retrospective 1, 1974 to 1980. Covers everything from their self-titled album to Permanent Waves. Retrospective 2, 1981 to 1987. Covers all of their hits from Moving Pictures to Hold Your Fire. Vapor Trails. This is Vapor Trails, the original mix. What many consider, or to some, I guess, considered to be the one that doesn't feature the best mix of this album. Or this is the one that doesn't have the best mix. So they re-released it and they remixed the album. And people were actually a little more satisfied with that one. Snakes and Arrows. And Clockwork Angels. Next pile, the largest of all piles in my the largest of all these 4 piles here. Best of Simple Minds. Great band. Sloan, A-Sides Win, singles 1992 to 2005. Never Hear the End of It. The Shining Breeze, the Slowdive Anthology, and Slowdive are a shoegaze, dream pop, ambient band from the 90s. Smith Singles, Meat is Murder, The Queen is Dead, Louder Than Bombs. It's a compilation featuring B-sides and you know, other assorted songs, some other songs too. I've got 2 copies of the Stone Roses first album. This is my original copy. A little story behind it. One day I'd lost it, and I ended up having to replace it, you know, a little while after that. And yeah, I ended up getting this second copy. This was my replacement copy because I couldn't find the other one. So one day I ended up finding my original copy behind a computer desk, and so I ended up with 2 copies of the CD. So I guess, you know, in the end, something good came out of it. So, you know, that being, you know, if one of them gets broken, you know, at least I have a second copy, or in case anybody wants to get it, or in case anybody wants to have it, you know, I can give it to them. Supergrass is 10. Really good Britpop band. Teenage Fan Club, Bandwagon-esque. Scottish Power Pop. 13. And Grand Prix. Some great Canadian music right here. The Tragically Hip, your favorites. And We Are the Same. Now moving on to the final pile of CDs for this video. U2 Boy Deluxe Edition features another disc of songs that were released before this album, including demos and songs from EPs and live tracks and singles, early singles. So really good compilation, or sorry, really good album. And October. And again, like I've said before, this is one of their most underrated albums. And for those of you who have never heard it, definitely check it out. It's really good. War. Their classic Joshua Tree. Achtung Baby. No Line on the Horizon. Halen 1 remastered. Van Halen 2, also remaster. And this is my second, this is my second compilation I actually have by The Who. I do have another one, but it's put away in an album sleeve, or a CD CD sleeve, or whatever you call those things. Yeah, so this is The Who, Then and Now, 1964, 2004, or to 2004, and yeah, so I had a compilation by them that was like just like a good sampler, you know, and yeah, that's located. That's like I said, it's in a CD binder, and yeah, those CD binders, and yeah, it was a good sampler. And then I needed to get something better, you know, because that was just I needed to listen to more good Who stuff, and yeah, so I got this, and yeah, this is a good improvement. That wasn't until I got this, The Who Ultimate Collection. And this is a far superior compilation. It's got lots of great songs on here, of course, more great songs than the other compilations do. I know people have favorite compilations by The Who and stuff, but you know, this is definitely good. And finally, we have Wolfmother. Definitely one of the, you know, one of the finest bands, you know, modern rock bands of this time. I should say one of the finest rock bands of the modern era. You know, they sound like a, you know. What's great about this band is, of course, that they sound like, you know, a band that came straight out of the 1960s. You know, psychedelic rock. You know, like a psychedelic rock power trio. You know, in the vein of, you know, Jimi Hendrix. You know, Blue Cheer, Cream. You know, such a great band. You know. Also, they also play, like, you know, they're also very much a, you know, stoner rock, stoner metal, you know, hard rock type band. Definitely some great, you know, great music by these guys. Highly recommend to get that if no one's ever heard it. So yeah, that's basically all my CDs from my CD shelf. And in the next video, I'm going to be showing you what's you know, what's left of my CDs in my little CD basket. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, so leave a like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.